All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashum, Yahawah Shai, Ba'ashum, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Ba'ashum, Yahawah Shai, and peace and blessings on to the elect. Okay, got a quick video I'm going to do. I actually wanted to do it a couple of days ago, or maybe a day ago, but I'm getting around to it. And this video is going to be dealing with the housing market or the real estate market, and not just the real estate market, but the whole U.S. All markets, really world markets. But I'm just going to touch on this news clip that I seen on RT News about this up and coming year, and we almost out of 2018 and going into 2019, and they're forecasting for what happened in 2009 and 10 to happen again, but it's going to be more catastrophic. And we know these things are going to happen. We're waiting on these things to happen, and we're hastening for these things to happen so that the kingdom of heaven can be established. America, ever since they instituted the Federal Reserve Act and brought about the Federal Reserve System, this place has been propped up based upon debt. It's been a credit debt-based system ever since then, okay? And now it's at its worst that it's ever been. It's this so-called country, or really a corporation, has accumulated more debt than ever. Okay, so I just got a couple of scriptures I'm gonna hit. I'm not gonna make this video that long, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And the way that this U.S. government has been trying to cure or heal the state, the economic state of America, is through bonds, bailouts, okay? Or so you can understand, borrowing more money from the Federal Reserve, because the Federal Reserve banks, and it's 12 of them here in the U.S., lend out the money on interest to the U.S. government. So all currency or Federal Reserve notes that are in circulation, they are interest-bearing notes, okay? Because it's a loan from the Federal Reserve, which really the Rothschilds own it. They own the Federal Reserve, and maybe other families, the Rockefellers, so forth and so on, and the housing crisis is about to take place, and we looking for this thing to happen, man. And not just the housing market, but all markets, the auto market, okay? Really, it's going to be a stock market crash because of this massive debt that has accumulated, and that in Babylon the Great. But Babylon the Great has really caused the world to go into a state of bankruptcy, okay? If you do your research and look into what they've been doing around the world by getting the world to partake by force into their banking system, okay, of borrowing money, okay? So let me read verse 8 again. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Okay, so this place has been trying to heal itself. And when I say this place, I'm talking about the U.S. government. I'm not talking about the elites, okay, because this is their plan to bankrupt the world so that they can bring in that RFID microchip. Have everybody owing their banks, okay, worldwide, so that they can institute the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, okay? But the American people or the American government, to have it to where the markets don't crash, they've been borrowing more and more money. Basically, the Federal Reserve has been bailing out the U.S., you know? That's why there wasn't a crash in the markets in 2009, 10. It really was starting in late 2008, I believe. Okay? And then what did they do to prop up the markets? They dumped a bunch of loan money, okay, so you can understand, into that market, and said that by spending, now that they have money to spend, it's gonna make the economy stronger. But that doesn't make any sense. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. You can't heal this place with debt. Okay, they're trying to cure this place with talking about borrowing more money to stimulate the economy, and that's not gonna fix this problem. Ultimately, what's gonna fix the problem, which the so-called white man ruling in wickedness, going against the order of how the Most High set things up, is the Most High is gonna destroy this place. Okay, and the first way he gonna destroy this place is by destroying the economy. Okay, because everybody depends upon that. Whether you're in law enforcement, whether you're in military, whether you're in the judicial system, whether you at the bottom of the barrel in the labor force, you know, everybody depends upon that Federal Reserve note to make a living. Okay, that's why Amsel Bauer had made the statement, I care not who make the laws, give me control of a nation's wealth, I care not who make the laws. And why is that? Because whoever controls the wealth or the economy, they really have the power. They have the supreme power, you know? And you have these Edomites, these economic experts, and you have other Edomites, whether they just playing a game, acting like there's some way possible, and it's certain of them are telling you that it's going to get so catastrophic it really ain't no recovery. But then you'll see them down the line then they'll say, if we do certain things, we can fix the economy. And really what they're talking about is cutting down the deficit, basically raising taxes to pay the interest on the loan that's coming from the Federal Reserve, you know. So no matter what these people try to do, really these Edomites, it's really like they're going against their own people, because the elites are purposely doing this. And then you have these Edomites that don't want this kingdom to go down. Okay, you have other Edomites that are not experts, but they are privy to the plans or to what's going on in this economy, how all this debt has occurred, and they think some way, somehow, this place can come out of it, and it's not going to happen. Okay, according to biblical prophecy. This is Jeremiah 51:9. It says, we would have healed Babylon. See, if it was up to these Edomites, and I'm not talking about the elites, you know, just the government of the U.S., okay, they would heal it. They trying to fix this thing with debt, and it's not able to be. You can't fix a debt problem with debt, borrowing more money. It says, how for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. But she's not going to be healed. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. forsake her. Let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay? So this place has done so much wickedness. Really, the so-called white man running his kingdom, running his empire through America. The Most High is going to destroy his empire by taking out the head. Okay? Meaning, or the woman that sitteth upon the beast. You read about that in Revelation 17. You take down the woman, and which is Babylon the Great, and the rest of the empire is going to collapse. Okay? Which is NATO and the EU, which pretty much that's running the world. Okay? They dictate the United Nations, and the world is tired of the Western, really the so-called white man ruling. Even their own people, the so-called Russians, okay, which are nothing but Edomites. For the most part, you do have Israelites scattered throughout the four corners, so there's definitely Israelites scattered in Russia, you know. And this also made me think about in what is that, Habakkuk, I think the 2nd chapter, where it say this, it talks about this place being laden, or let me see if let me get that real quick. I'm gonna end it on this scripture right here. America is done, man. And next year is gonna be a hell of a year, because that just might be the year of the stock crashing. Okay, all markets sit on the stock, and if the stock market crash, then this place is done, man. That chip is coming. The RFID microchip is coming as far as being made mandatory as a way for you to survive. Okay, keep your job, keep your medical insurance, so forth and so on. Okay, this is Habakkuk 2:6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. And America has been stealing, raping, and robbing the planet Earth, and forcing these nations to take big loans through their World Banks and the IMF, okay, and taking over their land through doing so. And they tired of the fucking white man bullying them. So everybody is gearing up for war to destroy this bitch. It says, and this housing market, you know, this is just a news clip, but I just took a screenshot of it. Is a beautiful indicator, because I love to see these things. I love to see corporations going under, and markets projected to collapse. It's a beautiful thing for the men of the Lord, because we want the kingdom to be established. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay. And if you go into that word thick clay, it's the Hebrew word ibadyat, which means heavy debt. Okay, this place is covered in heavy debt, and really it has made the world, all the nations of this world, swallow down debt. That's why this war is festering up in the world, ultimately because of Yahawah, okay, putting it on these nations, the spirit of these nations, to go to war because of the so-called white man and his wicked banking practices. Okay, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashum Yahawah Shai, Ba'ashum Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth through the Spirit, and peace and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.